What's up, confessors? What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us tonight for another episode recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville and another episode of Tiffany being the messiest she can be. But we're going to get into all of that. So let's go. All right. Let me introduce my co host, the lovely and Miss Lovely, the undisputed African Queen, Miss Mara from Mama. Hey, girl,
Hello,
hey.
everybody. What's going on? What's going on?
With the fedora, I'm loving the hat. Okay, bring it with the hat. And let me bring up the London only, the receipt queen, Christina, aka Christina. Hey,
Hey
boo
y'all, hey.
Hey, BB. BB is in the building. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so we got another episode of Tiffany just being the messiest she ever want to be. I don't know if it's being her pregnant that she likes being more messy or she feels like she can get away with it. But Tiffany, girl, how am I supposed to stick up for you?
Right.
You
Cause
are
she
the
just
most.
it's like open mouth, insert foot all the time.
It is the most. But let's start off from the beginning. We had Mel showing off her real estate skills, if that's what you call it. Now, how staged do y'all feel that scene was? Because really, I feel she is the only one that is being shown, that's showing her work, that's
Mhm,
showcasing her
mhm.
black excellence, what this is all supposed to be about. So why is it we're seeing her stuff and not everyone else's? But nonetheless, she was doing her thing. I really want to give her props for them jeans. She looked really good in those jeans. It looked like she's filling out a little
Well,
bit.
she is a producer of the show somehow, and so she gets to decide what is gonna air. I also have to think that, or say, I mean, they've been showcasing black, every now and then, whatever situation they have, whether it's teaching or tutoring material, it is they're doing it in the in black facility, and so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, but to your point, yes, I think it's only Melody who is really showcasing, exactly what she's doing, and I'm here for it. She knows how to take advantage of, situations.
Yes, she does. And she was showing off. And, even though it may have been staged,
Ain't no
the woman
may
does know
have
what she's doing.
nothing.
You got to give her that. She does know what she's doing. But I just wish everyone would have their opportunity to show what everyone is doing. But, yeah, her little friend that she had with her, Kimmy, rose up with her. And her and Kimmy started having a conversation. Mel's scenes are fake and fraud. Mel has nothing to showcase and is deflecting. If she is going to be in the show, she has to mingle with the others. Well, Mel is not trying to mingle with the others at all.
Or
Okay.
she got to, or
Um,
she gonna be behind the camera producing or whatever. But let me tell you, that would have been better. Like if she has offices somewhere and she was having a staff meeting or whatever, and then Kimmy rolled up. Because I got a lot of friends who sell real estate, like a good three or four ladies I know that sell real estate, and I'm just not popping up at one of your homes for you to, while you in the midst of, okay, go check out the home and see what things you would fix on the list, and we'll see if it adds up to my list. Like, what are these people, interns or something? Like, if you out here selling real estate and this ain't day one, you should already know these things, you know what I'm saying? And it,
yes.
again, this is, like I said, staged, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I don't know if she was being funny or not, but I know that Kimmy been going through a lot, and her health is the top priority, as she said. But I felt like it was a dig when she was like, get your business back up and running or whatever. Like she just been on vacation or got out of prison or something. Like the woman is going through a medical situation. You know what I'm saying? Where running up and down to house to house to house luckily, they probably got money, Affleck, or uh, Maurice holding his down or whatever. So it's not a top priority for her to be running in and out houses trying to do all that when she's got her health to worry about. Unlike Mel, who is now a single mom, trying to do it, got her hands in way too much stuff. Not everybody needs to be that busy.
Yeah, I agree, especially when you have, kids at that age that really need a lot of attention at that point in time, especially when you're newly divorced and newly
Mhm.
separated and the kids are still getting used to it. Sometimes it takes kids a long time to get used to stuff like that. And you never know. But if you that busy, both your parents seem to be busy because they're both trying to get their money,
With
you know.
a 20 babysitters.
Yes, I just need some of these babysitters to speak out. Because if there's that many, I feel like one, two, three, one, somebody should be speaking out,
I
trying to
know, I
cash
know.
in or
I,
get
I'm
them
sure
pay
it ain't.
15
I'm
minutes to
sure it
pay.
ain't that many. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't ran through everybody on care.com if you got 20 babysitters.
Oh,
But no, I really wish they would. I really what I think it is that they both throwing themselves into all of these situations so that they don't think about you know what I'm saying? Just like if you a workaholic and your home life ain't all that great, so you supposed to get off at 5, you stay till 7. Basically, you ain't got to deal with home that long. You got an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, drive home. Stop by the grocery store, you cook dinner, you feed the kids, everybody take a bath and go to bed. Now you'd only been at home and had to deal with people for like an hour or two versus getting off at 5 and you got to deal with home life for 6 hours before you go to bed. So I really
mm,
think that her and Martell are both throwing themselves into numerous projects. And then they're doing the bare minimum of parenting at this point. You know what I'm saying? You just taking your kids to
mm-hmm.
school, dropping them off, fixing a lunch, picking them up, and then you feed them, bathe them, and then put them to bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the cameras roll and y'all go on a family vacation. But you out here doing all both of them. I'm not giving one more credit than the other. Both of them out here on all these lives, all these interviews, book signings, panel speaking and whatever, all these tour things, black expos, all this stuff they doing, but where is the time for the kids?
Right now. So how did y'all feel about the fact that Kimmy didn't mention to Mel about Sheree being at Martell's cover party because
Everyone
she
is.
said
I
she
don't know
did
why is
it out of
everyone is
respect.
afraid.
She
Everyone
said
is
she didn't want
afraid.
to know, so she didn't tell her.
I think everyone. I don't know why everyone is afraid to mention anything to Melody.
Well, I guess Mel didn't want to know, but it's quite funny because
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to
Mel
want to
sent
know though.
Tiffany for Sheree.
You don't have to want to know. I mean, they've been bringing tea to you even if you don't want to hear it. So it isn't about Melody does not want to hear about it. I think that nobody has the balls to bring it up to her.
Which I don't
Because
know
she told him
why.
that she didn't want no one to tell her nothing. That's why. And that's why Kimmy didn't mention it because she said she didn't want to know, but she said she did it out of
Yeah,
respect.
but confessions, if we are friends, I would expect you to tell me everything. If you're acting like, oh my gosh, we are these good friends, we are trying to build this kind of a relationship, this is a tea that I would want you to tell me.
But that's because you would want to know, though, right?
Hmm.
Well, here's the thing. We
Elliot,
all
but see, that's
say we
what I'm
don't want to
saying though.
know.
It doesn't matter because even though why she's acting like she doesn't want to know, you know damn well that she sent Tiffany for Sheree. And that's why Tiffany had the balls to do what she did. That's why, because she had the go code from Mel. Y'all know Mel told her to do that.
So then what's going to happen now that she came back with a whole lot of shit saying that Melody was a fan of Cherie?
Well, here's what I think.
Yeah, that backfired. I don't understand. That is so. Let's bring that up now that we're talking. Hold on, what this BBC? I don't understand why they had to mention Sheree. Mel claims she is in EP. She knows. I mean, and of course she knows, but I guess
Exactly.
she doesn't want. to talk about it. I guess she don't want to be seen talking about it on camera. You know, she talks
But
about it off camera.
here's the
There's
thing.
no
What
way that
I
she.
would have did as a friend would have been like, "Hey, girl, I was at this Martell's event because we all cool, and Sheree was there. Do you want the details or not?" If she say, "Nah, girl, I'm cool, but thanks for the heads up," then all right, we move on to the next conversation. But you're not finna put me in a box on the reunion talking about all y'all bitches was there smiling in Sheree's face, claiming y'all my friend, and didn't nobody tell me. Yeah, you're not finna put that off on me. Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm quick to hit you up with a text message and be like, "Hey girl, you know what I'm saying? You want the details? Yes or no? What's going on? I'm here. These people are here. It ain't my event. I didn't invite the girl, whatever." You know what I'm saying? I got to clear myself of all wrongdoing. Cause folks will flip the script in a minute. I don't want to hear nothing, but why didn't you tell me?
Well, she showed. Well, it totally backfired for Tiffany because there is an account out there, Money Making
Yeah.
Melody. They had posted these two screenshots right here. One is of when I guess Mel was at this book signing or whatever that supposedly never happened, but she was actually there on her own speaking engagement or whatnot. And
Mhm.
so you see that Mel had once again put that out there again in March. I don't know why. And then they show this picture that was very viral that went around of Sheree in a picture holding with
Mhm.
Mel and Little Young Tank at the time. So going to show that they definitely do know each other or whatever,
But
but
you know
it
what?
ain't what
You
it is.
can't say.
But the kicker is what this says. It says, since this photo will be a topic of discussion in tonight's episode, let's lay the facts out. First, Mel did not travel to see Sheree. She was at a paid speaking gig for entrepreneurs in Birmingham, Alabama. Sheree just happened to be at the event with a booth for a book she was promoting. Second, Mel taking a picture with Sheree does not make her a fan. At the time, she was trying to pitch her own reality show, so I'm sure she was aware of the cast members on a popular show centered around Black women. If she knew who Carlos was, it would make perfect sense that she knew of Sheree as well. Third, tread lightly with spreading misinformation, adding Miss Tiffany Whitlow. Kiki is nothing compared to the millimeters. God bless you on your journey, though.
That's a threat. First of all, that's a threat, and it's bullshit. All right.
Yes,
What's
it
wrong
is
with
definitely a
what is
threat.
wrong with somebody being a fan of somebody? Because the question I have is, did Cherie post anything about Melody? No, she did
No,
not. Melody decided to post that picture back in the day, 6 years ago, because she was a fan of Cherie. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with
no,
that. She
but
is trying to be upcoming reality TV personality, or whatever you want to call it. And here is Cherie, who has been successful in Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with that? We don't care. First of all, she was not coming to see Cherise. That we can agree on. But then you met her on this event, if I may speak, like, and then you decided to take a picture. There's nothing wrong with that. Why do we have to always act like Melody is over here and she cannot, stoop low to this bullshit, and and everybody on all these millimeters are coming over here acting crazy?
well, the millimeters work hard day and night, honey.
And not only that, just because
When
you
I
take
would
a
say you
picture.
took a fan picture with her, shut up, Mel. I mean,
But here's
I
the
don't, yeah,
thing.
I don't see what's wrong with being a
Nothing
fan
wrong.
either.
I don't see a problem with being a fan, but here's the thing: people have gone way too far with the situation and the picture by like, oh, they know each
What's up,
they
Dig?
know each other, blah blah
By
blah,
the
whatever.
way,
I
Steffi.
have taken a
Hey, what's
picture.
that?
I have taken pictures with many of celebrities that I am admittedly a fan of, but it doesn't mean I know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, know them. Now, there's a difference. Like, for example, I saw Chad Johnson's that used to play football standing in front of a hotel. I took a picture of him standing, and we took a picture and standing in front of a hotel. I don't know this man,
I,
but
I, I think I think the argument is not about them knowing each other. The argument it is, was Melody a fan of
No, no, no.
of
I get
Cherie.
what I get that. What I'm saying, other people have taken it too far.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to my next example. Now I've taken the pictures with Simone that was on, Ready to Love. I
Mm-hmm.
went to her engagement party. We've been on, several lives together. We, chit chat on the phone and ask each other for information. I can say I know her. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to showcase the difference. So
Mm-hmm.
if Mel took a picture with her 6 years ago, they not DMing each other, they not chatting and texting or whatever. They don't know each other. I 100% get what you saying, Maud, and I agree. I'm just saying there's other like bloggers and articles trying to make it take it too far, saying they know each other. Like how weird. Y'all know each other and now she's with your man. They don't know each other like that to
Mm-hmm.
even, but they trying. They stretching and trying, but it's not working.
But also, I can also argue the other way and say, you know, if Cherie did not know of Melody, because she might have met so many people around that time. I remember her saying, "Yo, I met her once. She was with her son." And so, if you still remember you meeting somebody, then that means oh my gosh, she must have had an impression on you to remember you met so and so and so. You know what I'm saying? But
Somebody
also,
told her
it
that.
also could be after she met Mel at motel and they ding, she went back and went back to her platform and said, "Oh, she posted a picture of me in Alabama," and then that brings all these memories. And so then when she's speaking on it, she's like, "Oh, not necessarily remembering really that moment, but because of the post that that Melody
Right,
did." So,
there's a post of it. So then,
right,
you know what I'm saying? You can kind of,
Yes.
and because, Mel been on TV for a while, Sheree been on there for a long while. So, it will, you think it'd be like, I met that person
right,
before. Didn't I take a picture
right.
with them? Let me go back and, oh, okay,
Mhm,
yes, I did.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? But, the people are just trying to make it seem like
mhm,
some type of girl code has been broken, and
mhm.
that's not the case
Well, the
because it's
men, well, the millimeters are the ones.
She said the man.
The millimeters are the ones who are putting out this narrative
Mhm,
because no one's saying anything else but money making Melody.
mhm.
Who is the one who runs this account anyway?
mm-mm.
It's scary. It is scary because it is scary for these millimeters because they will come for you. They will come for you with
They
nothing
come
left.
for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Social media is scary.
Yep.
It's frightening.
But y'all can come for me because I'm ready for y'all.
Well, you seen that they did that show Swarm, and it's supposed to come back for a second season. How them fans like the beehives and the
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they call Nicki Minaj and Cardi B peoples or whatever, but they got these little fan bases and groups and whatnot, and them folks be getting crazy. They be some Twitter thugs. Like I be like, do y'all just have not have a job? You can't keep a job as much as you on the line,
Mm-hmm.
tweeting and checking and coming for people and whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's real out there. People just grasp onto an idea and they ain't got nothing else to do with their life or something.
Right. Right.
That's what they got going on. Okay, so let's go to Stormy and Tiffany combo. So they meet up with each other and they seem to just be, kicking it just like regular. And so um Stormy finds her leg way in to talk about Tiffany and the whole charade conversation. And Stormy kind of, let her know, like, she had to kind of think for a little bit because Stormy was like, when you talk to Mel, does she say she wanted me with Sheree? And then she's like, well, I don't talk to Mel about Sheree. And so she's like, well, why are you talking to Sheree about Mel? And that made perfect sense. I was like, oh, yes, you're right. Why are you doing this, Tiffany?
Who
but
is she?
it's because Mel sent Tiffany to do this.
And she says,
All know this.
she says Sherry is new in the group. Sherry does not have any business being in the group. Sherry is just coming here to film
Yeah, she's
one
not new
scene.
to the group.
She
She's
is
not
not
in
going
the
to be
group.
part of the group.
Right.
So stop that comparing yourself to Cherie's. I was new in the group. How you cannot compare to Cherie's, first of all.
And why is she the blended family guru right now? Like, girl, you done already cheated on your husband. Y'all didn't y'all can't even get through therapy without your phone ringing for work. You can't decide on what y'all gonna do with this baby, and you talking about taking the baby to meetings and breastfeeding in between meetings. Girl, you need to walk your own
Tiffany
house
is a workaholic, and I
before
knew
you go trying to
this
fix
was going
somebody
to
else's house.
happen. I knew she was going to do this. And I think this is what Lou was kind of trying to tell her in the beginning why he wasn't ready, because he knew she wasn't. She still want to do this, that, and the third. She's got now included popping off really good now. And it's like, now that's what she wants to focus on. But you try to do the most. She said she want to try to figure out how to navigate. And she got this big smile on her face like it's
I
about
feel
to
like,
be
yeah,
free. I don't even got kids, and I know that is not gonna be.
I don't know. I feel like she's full of bullshit. Like she tries to see what the response is gonna be. She already knows. You're gonna have to slow down. It's not the first time you're being a mother, all right?
Yeah.
So what it is that it entails you taking care of a little baby. So this bullshit of us saying nothing is gonna change.
Don't they
Huh?
have another kid?
They do. She does.
Oh, okay. Because you said
She
this the
has
first
a
time.
son from a previous marriage. She
Oh
has a
yeah,
son from a previous marriage.
Oh,
Not
okay.
just,
Yeah.
not
Well,
with the
mine
two.
said this the first time she was being a mother. So I was like, wait a minute, hold up. No, she got another kid.
No. I say this is not the first time.
Oh, this is not the first time. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so this bullshit of her saying, nothing is gonna change. I'm just gonna navigate. It's bullshit. You already know what it takes to be, a new mom and taking care of a baby. It takes a toll on your body. So stop trying to get this attention. Like, oh,
You right. You
I don't.
right.
I don't think she's necessarily trying to get
yes, she is. Yes, she is.
attention.
Yes, she is.
I don't. How?
Her acting like, oh, nothing is gonna change. Something has to change. This conversation is full of bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said from the beginning I knew that she wasn't gonna slow down, and Lou did too. And that's why I feel
But you
she
have
had
to
to
slow
get
down.
herself at some point.
Confessions. I can take it from you because or anybody who has never gone through that journey. But you have been a mom before. At some point you have to slow down. Your body is gonna have to let you know, I cannot do
Of course,
ABCD.
especially because she's older. I mean, you ain't gonna bounce back,
That's
the
true.
way that you did.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But she's not thinking about that aspect. She's just thinking about how she's going to navigate her time.
She just wants a whole lot of attention, and I'm tired of her. I just want her to pop up this child, and I want to see what else does she have to give. What else? What else?
Jesus, my goodness. Say how you really feel.
That's how I feel. I'm like, just pop up this baby. What else do you have? Because I'm tired of everybody else blaming, oh, it's because she's pregnant. No, this is who Tiffany is. She has a big mouth. Let's not blame it on the innocent child that God is creating in that womb.
She just happened to bring more this season, and she happens to be pregnant with it. It comes hand in hand. Now, the question remains to be seen is if she still has the same type of energy after she delivers Ace. So let's just wait and see how that goes. Because if she still got that same energy, we can't really say nothing. Because this is just okay now. This is what she is. So let's wait when she drops Ace. She still got that same energy, and then we'll have to revisit this.
Okay, I hope if she doesn't bring anything new, she just we don't need her back. That's what I'm saying.
Ma, you didn't want her back after her first season, okay? So there is no winning with you, and we know that, and we're going to accept that wholeheartedly. Definitely. Okay. So let's see. Stop it. Baby. Tiffany starts the mess and has a victim comment.
100%. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby.
Again, if she has the same energy after the baby, we'll have to retract a lot of these statements. We'll just have to see. Is it a pregnancy or is it not? Is she hiding behind the pregnancy or is she not? The thing is, like I said before we went live, there are no statutes of limitations on an ass whooping. So even after she drops Ace and the girls still remember and feeling some type of way, it can still go down either way.
Right.
So you'll just have to navigate that at some point. But we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. But Stormy had every right to bring that up, and I liked how she brung that up and navigated that in there. She was smooth with it.
Me too. She's becoming my favorite, actually. She's becoming my favorite.
Really, because she knows how to bring something up, but not make it seem as messy. But then she'll always cover it up and say, as long as we talk about it, it's okay. No matter if we scream, yell, or talk, whatever. At least it's getting it out.
It has to be said.
So she don't care if it's. So she probably don't care if it does come off messy or not, because she said, however it comes out, at least you're talking about it, and that's so true. Just at least talk about it or say something about it. Express your feelings about it some way, somehow. And so at this point, just let it be what it is. So Stormy is just like, hey, y'all ain't gonna mention it, I'm gonna mention it one way or the other. So yeah, Stormy is really becoming a favorite, I feel too.
Right.
So Kiki and Letitia go on a road trip to go see a game, and they're in the car talking, and it was so nice to see them bonding. Having a cousin moment, and it wasn't no dramatic stuff, at least not between them. However, again, the topic of discussion was Miss Tiffany Whitlow once again.
Definitely, this was the Tiffany episode.
Tiffany was the MVP once again to this episode. And so now she's bringing up the fact that Tiffany's talking about Tisha's marriage and how her business looks whichever way that it does, and just more stuff. And I don't understand why Tiffany is saying this stuff either. Now, this one, I can't even back her up no way, no how on this one, because they've had this conversation before for her to stop talking about Tisha and Marcel's relationship and business, whatnot. And yet again, here she goes. I can't even say nothing for her on this one. Like, hey, Tiffany, you're making it hard.
And I don't want to hear this bullshit of people saying, "Oh, Tisha, you never wanted people to spread rumors about your marriage, so why are you spreading rumors about Tiffany's marriage?" No. Michelle Obama. I'm not Michelle Obama in this situation. You go low. I'm meeting you low down there. Do you understand me?
That part.
I'm gonna meet you right there. Don't say this bullshit and you cannot back it up. And then you're doing it behind my back. And I had already had a conversation with you telling you, stop speaking on my marriage. Stop it.
Stop.
And you have not stopped. Okay, so then now, okay, I'll show you who I am.
Oh, jeez. Well, we all know how you feel about that, I guess. But sheesh. I just don't. Tisha has always been the one to, as soon as you want to say something about her marriage, she gonna shut that down. It's over. Period. It's not the topic of discussion. It's not about to be a looming topic of discussion. Like, it's not about to happen. She's just over it. And I feel at this point, especially since, her and Marcel just got done with this whole narrative and getting over the whole narrative with her and Lou about how they feel that they have a right to say something about their marriage, and and they just newlyweds. And of course, and like they said, come to me in a couple more years and let's talk. And now here we are with this whole rumor that Tiffany is cheating on Lou with someone. So when they're in the car talking, you see that they blurred out the name, but apparently it's someone that they all know and maybe we know.
So
So
is
it's
this
just
like
like,
the person she admitted to cheating on in the past, or this is a new person?
what you
No,
mean?
she cheated in the past with her previous marriage. We never talked about her cheating on this big dude in her current marriage. We never talked about that. This is new information.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is new.
I don't know. Is a cheater is always gonna be a cheater? Listen, I don't know.
And that's kind of what Martell was saying to her when
hmm,
her and Marcel were having their conversation. But we're gonna get to that. So yeah, so we already talked about basically already Tiffany. We went and checked on the baby Ace and how she want to try to navigate doing all this, that, and the third cheater rumor. Yeah, so let's talk briefly about Kimmy Maurice and Monster situation.
yeah, I almost fell asleep on this scene.
I
I
mean,
did. I was
but
laying in
this
the
is
bed
kind of
watching
what
Nothing
it
new.
like
Nothing new.
I
But
was
this is
laying there
kind of
like
what we've been asking to see. I mean, this is they real life. This is what they're going through. I mean,
right,
not everything all the time is just going to be for
true,
entertainment if you're really going to show what's going on in real life. And this is what's really been bothering Kimmy, like for real, in real life. And we're actually finally seeing something real. So when you're seeing something real, it's not always going to be about the dramatics and all of that. And when you got the highlight of all this other stuff going on, yeah, it may be boring because it's calming. It's calm. It's not
right,
just no nothing going on. But I feel that Maurice really do need to do better
Yeah.
about putting in. How
Yeah.
you have 20 things on the list and none of them chores? What kind of boot camp you got him doing? Like, what is
right,
this boot camp for? Like, waking up at 5 in the morning and you ain't doing no chores the whole entire time at any point in the day.
right.
Like,
What
if
is
you
you doing?
when you wake up in the morning, you got boot camp, ain't you already automatically you gotta make your bed and
Right,
yours
right,
is
right,
Right,
right.
supposed to
clean
be
your room,
tidy and everything's supposed to be organized
shower.
and all of that.
You know what I'm saying? Go mow the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do some dusting, clean some baseboards with a toothbrush, something. What kind of boot camp is he
Yeah,
running?
wax on, wax off somewhere outside on the window, something. Shoot.
I
You
think
need to
it's
be out
tricky.
there. You need to be out there power washing the patio. You need to be out there washing them cars and getting their chrome
Washing
shined
the
up.
cars, yeah, cleaning out the garage,
You
I
know what
you
think
I'm
I
know,
think
saying?
for Kimmy is a little
cleaning
bit
out the
tricky.
gutters.
I think for Kimmy is a little bit tricky because this is just a bonus mom. This is not your real child. You're just trying to create a better relationship with his mama. And so,
Well, that's the point. And that's where she needs Maurice to step in
right,
and
right,
engage.
100%. Mm-hmm.
And that's where it goes back to say, Maurice, you the one who wanted to bring Monster here to
Mm-hmm.
live with y'all
Mm-hmm.
here in Huntsville and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
now you just expect her to just be able to just do it. And you
Mm-hmm.
ain't instill nothing in Monster to like, look, what Kimmy says goes. You could how hard is it for him to tell him that when Kimmy says goes? When she says
Right.
do it, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make her have to tell you again. How hard is that for him to tell him that?
And I
I
think
mean,
that's
I
the
feel
problem with like
I
the
feel that if it was the other way around, I feel Kiowa would do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
right,
I
well, and
feel
I think that's the problem when people don't set those ground rules and boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I'm dating somebody and they got kids and their kids coming to my house, I'm like, hey, you need to them know who running things over
Mm-hmm.
here
Mm-hmm.
because now I talk a little crazy to my kids, so I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk crazy to your kids, but I shouldn't have to raise my voice. What I say when I say y'all need to do y'all clean y'all dishes up or y'all need to go take a bath or y'all need to clean up y'all room. I need there to be some action. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no back talk. I don't need nobody side eye, rolling eyes, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So you as the other parent need to have that conversation with your kids because if I go in there and I'm like, "Oh, you need to do what I say." Well, my daddy didn't say that or you ain't
Mm-hmm.
my mama. And
Mm-hmm.
see, yeah. Mm-mm.
It's
but
difficult. It's
but he did make it very clear because you did hear him say he said it's not that it's because Kimmy said it and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna listen to Kimmy. He's like he actually do get sidetracked and get into other stuff like that. And I feel that's true. And I feel that's kind of why Maurice is doing the boot camp, but it's still not helping with that aspect. Like it may be helping him for what he wants because like he said, it's important for him to get a 3.0 GPA and make sure he get a full ride scholarship to Ohio State. So that's what is on Maurice's mind, not Troy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's benefiting Maurice, but it's not benefiting Kimmy in any way. And she's the one struggling because she can't just put that emphasis on like that because she's not the, you know, his direct parent.
Right.
And she's trying to set her boundary and not override and, you know her role and be a step parent or a bonus mom or whatever she prefers to call herself. So I just feel like that's messed up that Maurice ain't putting his foot down more and helping her better. And it's always like that, I feel, because he did the same thing when he wanted Kimmy and Kiowa to get together and meet in season 2, I think it was when that happened. And then he had to up and leave and go to a meeting and just left Kimmy there to talk to her by herself. And this was his idea. It's like, you can't be doing that to her. Like, yes, she can handle it, but she shouldn't have to. That's not what that is.
What's that?
So let's get into the biggest thing of the episode, which was the last thing, really. And that was the whole Marceau, Martell, and Tiffany conversation. Oh, my goodness. This had, first of all, Marceau is funny as hell. The way he was acting,
he was so dramatic.
He ain't never been this animated.
He was so dramatic.
Show.
Oh my gosh, he was so dramatic. You say that?
Marceau was all of us.
What? I thought he was about to clutch his pearl. You said what?
Marceau was all of us. I was like, he had me cracking up.
Listen, Tiffany was like this. Tiffany was just like this.
And she was bad. She was so irritated. She was so irritated. She was like who was you coming at?
Okay, thank you for calling me an expert. Thank you for calling me an expert. Before even she answers, oh, Mattel is on this other, she was not ready for it. She was not.
She was not. I was like, oh my Lord Jesus.
There's an echo. And I think Maud might need to turn her volume down or something because I muted myself. And when confessions speak, there's an echo.
Okay. Do y'all still hear it? You see it? Good now? Okay. And I also have my phone right next to my laptop too. That might have been a problem. But yeah, so the whole meeting was really supposed to be not for that. She was supposed to be they were supposed to be doing some things, working together, doing something. So that's what that was all about. And Marceau happened to be there because him and Marceau were supposed to be studying, and Marceau ain't losing no weight. And he talked about he about to get him another partner. But anyway, so Tiffany comes in pregnant. They come in. Excuse me. They come in. There they are. They come in. And Tiffany and Ace come in and sit down, and they're all talking, and it just kind of went left for to ask about all the questions, because he asked about the whole party, and he just went in and just started telling Tiffany, like, look here, look at here. And everything that he said, to every action, to every Martell reaction, Marceau had a reaction.
Over the top
reaction that Marceau had, Tiffany had a reaction. And so it was a domino effect, just going in a circle every time. And it would start over with Martell saying something else that Tiffany just had the nerve to say to Sheree. And when, it didn't look that bad to me, maybe, when Tiffany and Sheree Sheree were having a conversation, but when I hear Martell say it, it's a lot worse.
A lot worse.
And I was like, you know what? She should not have talked to her, period. And I felt for her because it was like she knew she wasn't. She didn't know she was about to get ganged up on. And when you pregnant, you do be hormonal and emotional, so you know she was going through it. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's why she went to Lou and told Lou. And now that's why we gonna see this big old blow up next episode.
Mm-hmm. And then the whole I gotta see the scene leading up to, because I know that being pregnant, you do have the dizzy, the nauseousness, sometimes can trigger migraines and everything. So, but this, it looks like it's right at the point where everything is heated and boiling, and all the things are going on. And I'm hoping she not using this for an attention, because what you should have went to your husband and said, I was in the wrong by having this inappropriate conversation with Sheree. And I went to go meet Martell, and we started talking about it, and Marceau was there, and Martell feels like I was in the wrong. Instead of going back to your husband, trying to make it seem like Marceau and Martell double teamed you, because if you really felt double teamed and felt in a victim mode, you would have got up and left. You were in a public place. You didn't have to stay there. So the fact that you sat there and entertained the conversation, made jokes about it, and said, "Yeah, I said this and I said that, and whatever." So you entertained the whole thing. You filmed the whole thing. You didn't tell the producers, I feel uncomfortable, but you want to go to your husband and play victim. And oh, they hurt
Well,
my
of course, you know that's a good scene. You know
feelings.
that's good for the show to make that happen. So I feel like
It's
she's like,
whatever.
okay, they going in.
I don't
He
like it.
knew she was gonna go tell Lou before that conversation was even over.
Right, but here's where I'm coming from as a realistic person. You don't know everybody's level of crazy until they're put in certain positions, right? So what if he would have hopped in his car and went over to Martell house, and Martell happened to have the kids, and they out doing a slugfest in the yard, and somebody get hurt. Now CPS is involved, all this other drama, okay? Or what if they go like at this event or whatever, and they get into a physical altercation and they both end up going to jail. All I'm saying is, you don't know people's level of crazy. And we all know how black people are treated when the police are involved. So why would you amp up a situation that could escalate to that? I'm more of like some people think 2 3 steps ahead. I'm thinking 20 30 steps ahead. Like, I'm the type of person, when 5 cars ahead of me break, I start breaking. Like, so I just don't think she saw the end game. Like, if I give my husband this information in this manner, what is the worst possible outcome? You know what I'm saying? And maybe you need to redirect how present the information to get the best possible outcome. Because the worst possible outcome is somebody gets hurt and somebody goes to jail. And we pray like ain't no kids involved, because you see when they had the little thing outside, what was it, Madani, they was all ready to come to blows
So
then.
they did come to blows.
Right.
That's the problem.
Now
I
you got
mean,
your wife's feelings, a pregnant wife's feeling involved, and from what I see, he ain't no Big Lou, ain't no punk now.
so let me ask y'all this: How do y'all feel that because you hear Lou say this coming up on the scenes coming up, you know, why is it two men gotta sit and have a conversation with a woman? And and basically, like, why was Marcel even there? It was Marcel was there, of course, studying with him, but still, that whole time, I
He
guess,
could have got up and left.
was that really appropriate time for Martell to bring that up as well with,
I
someone
think
else there?
Marceau should have got up and left. And instead of trying to be messy, he was wearing his bitch hat today. And instead of trying to be messy and nosy and get all the hot tea, He should have said, you know what, this conversation ain't for me. I don't have no skin in the game, no dog in the fight. I'm going to go on ahead and bounce, and I'm going to let y'all have y'all conversation.
No, no, Marcel never needed to go anywhere. We needed him to ask others, like, tell me everything. What else happened?
Well, you
What?
already know Martell's bitch
What?
ass was finna call him and tell him everything that happened while they was sitting there studying. He didn't already ran down what Tiffany did. So, you know what I'm saying? He could have just said, excuse me, and went and sat in the corner and had him a mocha latte or
No,
whatever
Marcel
and went
was
the
here for
conversation.
it.
Yeah,
I don't know
Marcel
what
was
he was
here
on,
for it.
but Marcel was here for it. And the fact when he was like, I can't believe another human being, like a human being this way.
Right.
I was like, damn.
He was being just as equally messy. He was being just as equally messy.
And I think that's what pissed Tiffany off even more. The fact that, okay, Marcel would have come at me like this, but then I got Marcel over here, iron and all in myself talking about me. Like, who are you? Why are you here? What you got to do with this? you know. But shoot, little knew he she was just talking about him and his wife. So she really could have got double teamed and she lucky. I don't care how Tiffany feels. She thought she wouldn't get checked. Lou knows what his wife does and should not confront Martell. Lou thinks he can take Martell. Why he didn't bring that energy to
He
Marcel?
cannot. He cannot do nothing.
I would like to see Lou get down and see if he could.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm not
But
sure.
all I do know, he definitely about to defend his wife next episode, and you see him get all up in Martell face. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. We shall see. But this was a pretty decent episode, and
It was.
once again, Melody did not get on my nerves. She's doing really, really well.
Really good. She is. She's
Oh
really,
yeah. Tyrani brings up when Marceau said that Tiffany when Marceau said that Tiffany needs to check to see if she a Karen. She
Right.
whipped so fast. Do you say
really
that
good. Because
because
I'm
you
white.
half black, half
I'm
white?
half
I got
white.
white. Hey, she was completely offended by that.
Right.
She was like, "What?" So I know that's gonna trigger her. She gonna bring that up again, and I know that's what really made her mad. But I
Yeah,
couldn't
because he was
believe.
peeking and ha and yeah, so what, I said it until they said that Karen comment, and then boy, she saw red. She blacked out.
Yes, it was like a whole nother level. Like whatever she was feeling that Martell was bringing to her, and Marceau was ooh and eyeing. But when he called her check to see if she a Karen, he like call me a Karen. He's like, no, you just check to see if you are a Karen. But I was like, oh Marceau. I was
Well,
like, did he really just say that?
well, the behavior was Karen type. So hey.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all know, in case somebody out there don't know, when you start a bunch of drama and then claim to be the victim, use a Karen. And it
Child.
don't matter what color, yellow, green, purple, orange, or whatever. You when you start some shit and then you play the victim, I'ma call you Karen all
There
day
you go.
long.
There you
Speaking
go.
of victim, how do y'all feel about that whole scene where we see her at her baby shower and she tells Lou that because she turned the lights off because she's seeing stars and all this
That's what
stuff?
I. That's
Do
what I
y'all
was.
think her mess catching up with her and she just trying to look for a way out, or is she really
That's
something
what I
happening?
just. That's what I said. Like, I wonder, because it seemed like it was at the height of the men arguing when this took place. So now, on one hand, I've been pregnant a number of times, and then migraines and pains and all that can really get to you. But then on the other hand, I don't know her like that, and she seems really messy. So for her, I
She's
think she
only messy
creates.
this season. I don't know what this is with her. I guess it's a
I think
phase.
she would create drama in attempts to de-escalate a situation that she started.
I don't
I
know.
agree.
Like if I'm in pain and I'm over here about half dead or whatever, they'll stop arguing because this isn't what I wanted to happen. Girl, sit
Mhm.
down somewhere.
Karen behavior.
Yeah, because if you didn't want it to happen, you wouldn't have been interrogating Sheree, and then Marceau and Martell wouldn't have even had a conversation. You wouldn't have had nothing to go back and tell Lou, and nobody would be arguing at your baby shower. So
That's true.
there's that.
Right. She thought no one would check a pregnant woman. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mostly people will not check a pregnant woman, but some are not
Well,
above
they'll get
or
checked.
below
They
it.
just
So,
might not get hands put on them, but they gonna get checked. I don't care,
Mhm.
pregnant or not. I'm checking. I don't care about your feelings because you shouldn't have been doing whatever it was you was doing. So I'm gonna tell you how I feel, pregnant or not. Now the question is is it serious enough where somebody would want to put their hands on you? Then you got to have the restraint and see. What didn't one of them say? What was it? Marcel said, "Yeah, we learned Sheree don't be slapping the mess out of everybody or something to that
oh, that
effect."
was Tiffany when she
Oh,
ran down what she know about. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that
Somebody
was
was
Tiffany
saying
who
it, but
said that.
yeah, because Sheree had restraint. Because honestly, if we was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Tiffany wasn't pregnant, she'd have got slapped or a drink thrown on her for sure.
Well,
Especially
I think
with
it was Marcel who said something about slapping right after she had did that rundown.
right, and because he knows that Sheree would have slapped her had she not been pregnant.
Yes, it's Marcel who
That
said that in his
conversation was
confessionals.
slap worthy, drink throw worthy. That
Hmm.
conversation, especially when she was like, "Oh, you think you put it on him so good, he ain't gonna go cheat."
That was it for me
That
when
right
she did
there
that
would have
one.
constituted a drink or a slap because girl, you don't know me like that to be judging, what my cootie got going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even a conversation that you should be having with a stranger.
Exactly. And I did not catch it last episode. I really did not catch it. And until now, they started replaying. I was like, did she say that?
She
Did she
sure
has
did, cause
Yeah,
audacity?
and
why?
she was vulgar with it because they beeped out the p word. Like she said it just like that. So you think you put the p on him good enough to make him not cheat or go back to Mel or whoever or whatever? She sure did. And right then and there, she would have got slapped. But she pregnant, so she got a pass.
Well, you know what? I feel since Mel sent her, that somebody should have slapped Mel because she's the one who sent Tiffany to do that. Tiffany would not have that much in her like that if it wasn't due to Mel. Now, I just don't know where she brung up the whole fan thing. Maybe she got into it a little bit too much and she said too much, but I don't know where that whole fan thing came in.
It's just
But
kind of
that's
like
when doing a
I
favor
think
for your
she's
girl goes wrong.
exaggerating. You know how Giselle says she gonna take some tea and put some hot sauce on it? I think Tiffany's putting some hot sauce on it.
Who child? I don't know,
Well, we
cause
don't know how Melody feels at this point because if
Right, because I think Tiffany's saying, "Oh, Sheree's saying Mel was a fan of hers."
Mhm.
I don't think she's saying Tiffany is
No,
not saying, "Oh,
right.
well, Mel was a fan of Sheree and went to her book signing." She's actually putting it out there like, "Well, Sheree said Mel was a
no,
fan of
she's
hers."
no. The way she said it was like Sheree's a fan because when she had mentioned it, I can't remember because I think when she was talking to Stormy,
Hmm.
she had said it again like if you take a picture, then you're a fan, right?
Hmm.
So that
But
was
she's supposed to
Confirming.
be Mel's
Tiffany's doing.
friend. So is she saying it like Sheree insinuated it, or is she saying it like Tiffany
She said she
insinuated it?
insinuated because she also said that because I think that's how she also represented it and said it to Sheree as well.
Like you say, Dina, she's adding a whole lot of hot sauce in the
Right, because
situation.
I'm just trying to figure it
Yeah,
out
I think
because if
she just added
Tiffany,
more and she
because
didn't
that's what I'm
use.
saying. If Tiffany is Mel's friend and she was sent to interrogate Sheree, but when Tiffany goes back and has a conversation with Stormy, um she made it, and I felt like she implied Sheree was like, yeah, they had met before Mel was a fan. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to put it out there that Mel's a fan, but kind of directed like it's coming from Sheree to create some type of
I'm
whatever
gonna have to
between
watch it
Sheree and
again and
Mel.
see because
That's what
I
I
see.
felt. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's what I felt. Like she was trying to push that Sheree said she or
Well,
imply Mel was a fan to push that divide or whatever.
I'm
But
thinking though the millimeters also felt that too, and that's why that post was made the way it was, adding Tiffany. You
right,
know, she's likely spreading misinformation. So they're saying that Tiffany is spreading the misinformation. So they're blaming Tiffany for this, not Sheree.
Right.
exactly, but that's what I'm trying to say. Tiffany is the one with the misinformation, but it felt like she was alluding to or making it seem like when she had the conversation with Sheree, Sheree implied she was a fan. But
Mm-hmm.
it's her adding the hot sauce on the conversation. Like we're seeing her, like, you know, the game telephone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like her and Sheree have a conversation. She go back and replay the conversation and add something on, like that's what
Mm-hmm.
Sheree implied. But we all saw the main conversation and we know that's not true. But Stormy didn't. So Stormy is understanding it a different way because she wasn't there. She hasn't watched the original conversation. Because I guarantee you that Tiffany didn't tell Stormy that she asked her, was her pee good enough to make Martell stop cheating?
Well, that's why this reunion gonna be a mess. Because after
When
everything
do
was
we know how
watched,
many more episodes
Tiffany
we are
gonna be
left
in
with?
the hot seat again.
Do we know how many more episodes we are left with for the season?
I don't know if this is. I don't know if we're gonna get a mid break or not. But I said we probably got maybe 4 more episodes probably before mid break,
Hmm.
possibly. That's what
Mm,
I'm thinking.
mm,
Gotta be.
Yeah. And that's
That's
when
what
they
I'm
probably
thinking.
gonna put Detroit and
Because yep, because
back
that's
on.
gonna give a break, and that's when Detroit gonna make its premiere.
mm-hmm,
So that's how that's probably gonna land more than likely.
mm.
So yeah, so next episode, yeah, we're gonna see Tiffany have a moment. We're gonna see how this whole baby shower goes. You know it's gonna be some drama. And it's gonna be
Mhm.
messed up because how you gonna have drama about yourself at your own event, your own baby shower?
Because
That's not
everybody
gonna
is
feel
coming.
fun. That's not gonna
Everybody's
feel fun
coming
for her.
to check him. Everybody's coming to check her. You know, Tisha is coming to check her. You know, what are you talking about my marriage and what are you doing? You know, we don't know if at that time Melody will have heard about, you know, the whole conversation between Cherie and all that situation. And then you have the guys. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Yes, it is. It's gonna be a lot. And we will be back next week to talk about It's All Okay. Okay, Miss Mod, anything you got coming up?
I don't know. I'm doing Bell Collective. I am doing Summer House. It's a whole lot of drama going on.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
It's fun. It's fun. When
I
do you do
love
yours?
I do shoot, I just dropped my third because I know it's coming on tonight.
Yeah.
But I do it on Wednesdays.
Okay. It's fun. It's really fun. Too much
Mm-hmm.
drama going on. I know Dina is doing a whole lot of Zeus stuff.
Yes, yes. And of course we will be on Gina's channel Tuesday to do the Zeus stuff. We will be back with since the reunion is done and over with. We just got Bad Boys Texas. And of course tomorrow we will be on here for SOA, another episode. And this week I'm going to be starting my variety show where I'll be talking about numerous shows at once and gossip and drama. So that'll
Mhm.
be fun. But that'll probably be a late night thing when I'm nice and toasted and talking a whole bunch of crap about all of the shows that I watch.
Ooh,
So
that'd be
yes,
lovely.
That's
yes,
fun.
yes, 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 yes. And of course, please follow all of us on all of our pages and our channels and our second pages. I have my CORQ weight loss journey page. Dina, what's your second page?
I'm the receipt queen. Hashtag
The
receipt
Receipt
queen.
Queen. And do you have your second page?
No.
Mod's supposed to be getting her second page though. She go get it. All right, y'all. Any last things to say?
No,
I had such a lovely time with y'all. We did it exactly in 1 hour. That is what I love. Okay. All right, y'all. We
Y'all
are
go check out my Young Famous and African review. It's been fun. I don't like that. I don't like the season, but y'all go check out our
Yeah,
review.
I'm gonna watch that and do a whole review on that as well. So I cannot wait because I see it's a lot of juicy stuff going on this
mm.
season. Yes. All right, y'all. We out this nasty thing, and we will catch y'all on our channels on